So yesterday, it was probably one of those days that you would not expect to, really um, be remembering as a day that historically will go down as, you know, almost a tragic day. But as we all know, um, basically was Trump during his rally in Pennsylvania was shot at. He was shot at. Thankfully, thank the Lord, it only grazed his ear, and he was um, very aware enough to duck as soon as that happened. Now, a lot of people are going to come out and they're going to say, and rightfully so, because all ends are saying it, Democratic supporters, Republican, Independent, and even those in office are all saying that, basically the Secret Service security didn't do its job. Now, what's crazy about that is you also have now a lot of conspiracies going out there that what's crazy about some of these conspiracies too, and they're so ridiculous, is some people think it was staged. How do you stage somebody firing upon a group of people, killing one, injuring two, and you have the security, Secret Service security snipers themselves there for protection, firing back. It's like, how do you stage that? There's too much evidence to say it's a stage because it isn't. Now, if that's not crazy either, you also have folks saying, and look, everybody has a right to their opinion, whether we agree with it or not, and whether it's ridiculous or not. But some are even saying that this might have been an inside job. A lot of people are showing video of what they saw take place before the firing or the shots rang out, saying that this Secret Service person said, did this and this and that, and you know, people are saying now it could be an inside job, like someone within the political parties, mostly Democratical parties, had this done or made this, made this something that needed to be done or whatever the case may be. Like basically, they're saying that they feel someone on the inside in Washington called for this to happen, and that's a conspiracy theory that you know, again, everybody has a right to their opinions, but again, we may never know. We may never really know the truth. Um, but what we do know is there's just too much evidence right now to point to the fact, or to even point to the fact that it was an inside job or it wasn't, or whatever the case may be. Most of the evidence points to this individual that did this as being, someone that, when you look at the reports, that have come out, was Republican, was registered as a Republican, but a couple of years ago did a $15 buyout to participate in Act Blue, which supports Democratic candidates. Now here's what's interesting about that. Okay, you could be Republican or Democrat or Independent. It doesn't mean you have to vote for that person, in the party that you're a part of. I mean, if you are a Republican, but you see maybe that someone from the Democratic Party is a better suit for the job, then you're going to go with that. Or if somebody from the Independent Party or the Green Party is a better suit for the job, you're going to go for that. Even if you are Republican. Same thing if you're a Democrat. If you're a Democrat and you see that someone from the Republican or Independent or Green parties are doing a better job and they're more suitable for the job that they're going or they're trying to campaign for, you're going to say, hey, I want that person instead. So even if you're a Democrat, you're going to vote for them because you see that they're a better choice in the long run. And what I think this person was, just my opinion, is, he may have been a registered Republican, but again, he's somebody that paid $15, or so it's reported to be that, to be part of the Act Blue to support Democratic candidates. So he might have been a Republican that supported Democratic candidates and didn't like certain Republican nominees, like, for Congress and, in this case, President of the United States. So that might have been the case, and he might have been one of those very extreme, as people call it, one of those very left-wing extremist supporters of the Democratic Party that, take what the Democrats want, what they're pushing for, just a little too far. They push it, a little bit far. And just checking the time there because I'm doing this in 4K. They push it a little too far than it should be pushed. So, for all we know, that's probably who this was. Now, what this does do, thankfully, is it does wake up everybody, including the Democrats, including, Biden and Harris, and makes them realize, hey, maybe, we've taken this too far. Maybe we should sit back and realize, hey, let the best person win, and maybe this wakes up, and you know what? Maybe this, wakes up the Democratic Party, and maybe wakes up Joe, and wakes up Jill, and makes them realize, hey, you see how defiant Trump was when he got back up and everything? That's an image a lot of people say is going to stick with us for a long time. A lot of people are saying that's a hardcore image. That's an image of defiance. That's an image of, hey, you can try to knock us down as a country, but we're going to get back up. Look at one of our leaders. They did just that. So maybe this wakes up Joe. Maybe this wakes up Jill. Maybe this wakes up, Pelosi and everybody else, and makes them realize, hey, we need a strong candidate on our side to combat Trump, for the presidency, and basically let the best man or woman, best person for the job win. And that's about it. But yeah, this is a situation to where now, with more reports coming out, and there's going to be more throughout the day, coming out about this individual and what the motive was, and why they did this. Again, my opinion is they might have been somebody that was Republican, but because they took part of that Act Blue thing for $15 a couple of years ago, they're a Republican of the extreme kind that supports Democrats, but takes that support to another level, an unnecessary level, if you know what I mean. But we don't know that. Hopefully over time we'll find out more. But yeah, this just goes to show you, like I said, this is going to be one of those election years where you just got to watch out for, and it's going to get you talking. And believe me, I don't think any of us expected it to get us talking in this manner. But let me know what your thoughts are, guys. How did you feel about this when it happened? And until then, I'll talk to y'all later. God bless. Take care. I'm out.